With specs and spy photos starting to trickle out about the next generation Mustang, it's almost too easy to start forgetting about the current gen we have right here. But Ford's doing its very best to remind us of exactly how much potential that 5-liter Coyote and retro styling has here at the 2013 SEMA show. Up first, we've got a Mustang GT by Beau Design. As you can see, it boasts a bold color scheme with white, orange, and black paint. Now, it's got a long list of modifications, although it's probably one of the least modified of all of the Mustangs we're looking at today. Changes include a spec Stage 2 clutch, a spec aluminum flywheel, and Eibach R2 coilovers. Now, what would a collection of Mustangs be without a GT500? Up next, we've got one tuned by Ice 9 Group, and this thing is a freak. It has a 4.5-liter Whipple setup to make monstrous horsepower with, of course, more modifications to go along with that. But let's get down to the key details. On pump gas, they say it can make as much as 1,050 horsepower, and on high-octane race fuel, 1,330. Unbelievable. Up next, Hollywood Hot Rods is kicking in a Mustang GT convertible. Now, I know what you're thinking looking at the car. That doesn't look like a convertible at all. Well, in fact, it is. That aluminum hardtop is removable. Not only that, but it benefits from a supercharger setup that gives it 720 horsepower. Then there's the Mustang GT, tuned by Nitto tire. Now, again, it's probably not one of the most heavily modified cars, but the cool thing about this one is that it uses Ford Racing Performance parts, which means that you could pretty much get your hands on everything you'd need to build this thing for yourself. Highlights include a Cobra Jet intake manifold, 65mm billet throttle body, and 65mm air intake. Finally, we've got my personal favorite by Classic Design Concepts, the Bad Penny Mustang GT. It gets 624 horsepower thanks to a supercharger kit, and look how classy it is with that color scheme. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, all right, fine, so the Mustang's on its way out for the next generation, and if you're one of those people that's saying, wait a minute, what about that live rear axle? Each one of these cars is a perfect example of why you should probably be getting to a Ford store to have a taste of that before it goes away for the independent rear suspension.